for our first map in this series.
All right, T1 on defense, Gen.G on attack, and winner goes to Shanghai.
Slot at Shanghai. Be in that upper final. Is already and hearing the fan chants. Hopefully,
Double frenzy, bro. Pacific are heavy frenzy believers.
Yeah, today's
quite loud for the Gen.G camp.
Huge day for a lot of the Korean fans, right? Obviously, all 3 Korean teams playing, but even Paper X having a huge Korean following as well.
We saw that yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, this is the top 4 continuing once again, and right off the rip, Gen.G just going to put some fake pressure on to B with the Silva, but they have their eyes trained on A, and I feel like T1, they have a decent read against this, right?
Okay, so Shock goes in early, try and make a bit of pressure over towards B.
But look at the Killjoy
then
setup.
with the knife, with the drone to make it look like you're taking middle. But actually, it's an A hit. We got a heavy kill setup at Penny.
Setting up the one way, looking to keep him staved off for now. No one making any noise here on the side of Gen.G. T1 just going to be basing everything off at the game.
There's like this one way is completely wrecking their plan.
Look like they really
That's a straight up 45-second one way.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get one timing, you know, as you have to wait for those cooldowns a bit more and more, even if you try to stagger it as best as you can. So you're just going to try to wait for it as long as possible. The real question is even if they push them back, the turret's still there to help delay them even further. So I don't know if this pinch is going to work out the way Gen.G wants. And if they rotate,
yeah, they delayed a good amount of time, though.
Paranoia set up the dash. They get ahead of that one, though. Not caught
this guy's sitting in the kill trip. Okay, got a good amount of damage from it. Keep an eye. This dual middle is everything. Okay, Gen.G should be fine.
Catches the timing on a side player. Dart getting a decent reveal, spotting
one players. One the fast blood.
That's now the spike on the floor. Drop down off the top of Heaven Meteor, trying to hold this line, trying to keep himself alive. Needs to find one, but he cannot. Now it's all on Lakia. The headshot on the one.
Well, that sounds about right. I'll tell you what though, I wasn't expecting T1 to react as good as this. Fast floods, take the 3v3 on site.
I mean,
that was very, very nice.
Right? The original intention
is checking that the cast is still working. Turns out.
You're already ready with the anti-flash, things like that. But the biggest thing that caught my eye
this was impressive though. Straight up recon into send it.
Immediately execute the flood retake before the spike is able to go down, before Gen.G is able to regroup. You know that there's still one member out in mid. You know you can match them in numbers. It's a good retake here from T1, and that puts them in a very good lead.
Okay, and they decide to
going with buys across the board, including
get a frenzy armor.
I mean, the absolute variety pack.
They're not buying way too much right now.
Does get pushed off the angle. There's the entry, but able to stabilize it. Pass enough. Texture taken down. Rossi finding Munchkin, Extra, and Meteor.
Dude, are they not buying way too much?
That does leave just Karen alive. 2 players tagged up. Would be able to potentially find those kills. As for now, it's just going to be a grab on that orb.
The cast jack, yeah. Sometimes you got to do it.
Karen just wants to see if he can try to deal a little bit of additional damage.
Yeah, I mean, you have Excurit who's low, but the angle he's holding is not an easy one for Karon, and now he's spotted.
Ooh. Back behind the box once again. Down to 64.
He's looking into smiling to himself.
You know, this is him just trying to do as much damage as he can. But with 64 HP, I think he also knows. Right now, if anything, he's also just buying time for the extra comms. Ooh, Excurit actually going for the peak despite being so low.
Bolt peek out is the most at risk. Carpe the next most as tries to push up, but Excurit.
Dude, he was laughing to himself the whole round. Okay, they get a gun rebuy and armor rebuy.
The ultimate T1 off to a 2-0 start as we now go into their bonus.
Big gun rebuy. What do we have to do with this?
To really see the setup from T1 over by B side on the pistol, but something you're
I really think if
first 2 crucial rounds from Gen.G,
T1 look at the money,
they should understand
can definitely be buying an outlaw here. I'm pretty sure.
For a flood execute isn't going to work out. All right, I mean T1 is prepped for all the possible sets that could come through. So you really do have to try to do a little bit more push and pull with
3 people that could have been one shot into the big buy round could have been worth.
Right now.
Just an early warning shock dart there from Carpe. Nothing going to be spotted or taken down off the back of that. For now, once again, Gen.G getting everybody clustered up over towards this A site. Smokes continue to come through. As Izu not going for the peak on main, is just spotting out, waiting over in tree. Drone over the top.
They're enjoying these kill setups over towards A.
Did see that the turret's in the same place.
See, let's check the pathing of the. Okay, well the alarm bot's here for this.
Texture gets himself on top of Gen. Skirt still just tucked away here in hell. Takes a couple shots. Now they should know that he's going to be there, but no, still managing to swing out and catching them off guard.
This flash from Rossi as well. Holy. Wait, this is kind of sick. Gen.G gonna have to call a timeout. This whole let him get into sight and then we pounce things working out pretty well.
These Killjoy default setups are really messing things up for Gen.G.
Oh, just full flash.
That's just a confident peak right there. And this is one of the things that Data actually talked about when he was over on the analyst desk for that pregame interview.
Great
When you're in the server and you're only able to see from your POV, your teammates' POV, and obviously when the timeout comes from your coaches as well, it might not be as easy to realize what exactly is the default and what is it meant to deny. But right now, it is meant to deny any sort of site execute that allows the Jet to
get some upgrades in terms of the guns as well. We've got Rossi with his
everything is there to make sure it's delayed, and then they swarm and cover the right side of the site. And I don't know if Gen.G's going to be able to catch on to that fast enough.
Still putting a decent investment in. Stingers, Sheriff Marshall there. Still looking for that win, looking to do some damage here as the coffers get very much lined with gold here for T1 side. Smoke dissipating now on short. The swing in coming through. A little bit of damage going to be found there, but they do force them back. Trying to chase
they're on top of that. And see the nade close.
Ends up getting taken down. Plant can come through though. Munchkin that one down to the floor, but now Meteor going to creep his way forward. Ends up getting caught, and that sends Lakia around to try to lurk his way up. Cat.
Oh my goodness.
Flash game ready to come through. Karen trying to get in front of it. Does so, but cannot find any
and
kills.
T1 are a unit right now. It's pretty impressive.
Chipped away at down to 61. Munchkin now
they look ready for everything that's happening. And maybe Gen.G needs to just do a default and break some of this util because
if it's going to be anything more than just a couple of kills.
So far, the 3-person overwhelm is looking solid.
3K out there in main.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Gen.G, I don't know if they need a timeout for it, but they're going to start
just smooth as
hunting Killjoy
Rossi breaking the window
or at least hunting
to
middle.
allow for Izu to maybe combat another peek in. The timing on that is perfect.
I love this from T1 though. Like fast 3 rounds Killjoy over towards A, and then now they start trying to get info middle.
An incredible start, taking down
Where's Killjoy going now? Middle again.
Against Gen.G as well, and then chaining it into 4. Got the null command. You've got your weapons of choice, you've got the operator, and they even switched the Killjoy default there in that previous round. So now
T1 saving Structure playoff? Nah, I think they're just doing the classic. I think they're just doing the have the first 3 rounds as something brand new, right? This whole kill setup over towards A with fast flood retake, and then go back to how we normally play. So if Gen.G have some kind of game plan, some way to play against how T1 normally play, it gets completely thrown off. And then they feel like they have to change everything.
2 quick kills. Yep, they completely ignore that position. Lakia falling as Rossi swings out from back Gen.
Dude, they gotta call a timeout. This is gonna be good info.
Just getting absolutely
be good for them.
swept aside.
Ooh.
I don't know what's going on, but Gen.G is trying so hard to save util until they go in for the site execute. Yes, I understand that they're not able to have full buys for the past couple rounds. It doesn't feel great.
This alarm bot only went off for the smallest time.
Work out. If we go in as 5 with a flashbang or 2, that should get us around. And T1 is just ready for it every single time.
All the timing from Carpe.
Spotting him out. He's able to find him. Meteor trying to be elusive. Taken down. Now it's all on Munchkin, who widely will just have to tuck away. Hold on to this rifle.
Wait, is he saving as well?
Cash a pound. I mean, T1, no reason to not chase for this one. He already has the ult online. Yeah, I mean, will start swinging out. Advantage going to be there. Oh my God, the whips!
Oh no!
And that, I think, is a strong summary for how these first 5 rounds have looked from Gen.G. Carpe, dead to rights, but comes away
That's not
with
great.
That round win.
That's not great.
And that is, of course, the timeout called, because,
it has
oh, man, are they melting?
Cannot be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if you've talked for an extra 20 seconds on that one.
I mean, they're melting a little bit, strat-wise, but
absolutely flustered. I've never seen an Odin be this nimble.
Nice.
I don't know if Carpe does it, but he's able to stay alive, keep the Odin, don't have to reinvest. You're now 1 point away from the Unjust Fury. Oh, boy.
Nimble, I'm not sure if that's the word I would use.
See,
the nimbleness of
see what
a semi-truck barreling
the
down
next
the
stages
highway.
for T1.
Well,
pretty
it's
cool.
just that Munchkin decided to just dive in front of it.
You know what? I didn't really want to focus on the other side of it, but you're right. You're absolutely correct. I mean, this is a bad sign for Gen.G, and the Des talked about sometimes it is beneficial. We've heard countless teams talk about getting that stage time. Sure, it's grueling, sure, it's tiring, but it keeps you in the zone, it gets you going. And T1, they are showing no signs of stopping for the time, and Gen.G, they've got to get into it. They've got to get into that zone, into that level, into that focus.
You need the Bren timeout.
A lot.
Yeah, I mean,
to discuss, but
I've never really seen him like this. Rossi is 10-2, Carpe is 6. Bro, there's just no. The only person here is like Izu has more deaths than everyone on his team.
Things have started here, but
he's the only one going down right now.
Those not to discredit Gen.G.
There is not many kills for 6 rounds.
Just yet.
I mean, yeah, obviously it is Ascent.
Right, timeout goes in. Money's reaching 9K.
And they do have 2 crucial ultimates. Quite frankly, ult rotations be damned. Just trying to get around on the board would be so important.
People are pinging
right
out the alarm bottom middle.
Lucky is just waiting to see the
they
spray
do a
first
deeper
and try to
smoke.
counter it with the tracers, but
It's kind of nice though. It's knife recon, deep smokes. They can find the alarm bot.
Off that angle.
Back Odin as well.
The meteor down to
Great pressure over towards B.
Still getting the better of the exchange. Izu looking to creep forward, spots out Charon, who will just go ahead and make his quick
Meteor
exit.
got melted.
So Texture is just waiting to break this alarm bot at the prime moment, but it's so far forward that if they wait too long, it might just not have any meaning, right? T1, they can still sit safe, and look at this, the push up from Izu.
This.
So much
Oh my god,
yeah,
they have the
and now
reads,
that alarm
bro.
bot really holds so much info. You're like, okay,
Just
maybe it is a
walks
pinch.
through
Doesn't
the
matter.
smoke.
We've got 3 on B.
Walks for his own smoke.
Where's Izu going? He's just cleared out everything.
I mean, if he swings wide
Way
enough
top
around,
mid.
works his way into mid, he might actually be able to catch Texture completely unawares as well. But there's the null command.
Does he run too early?
Set up on the angle,
Does
holding.
he ever see? Okay, now we can
Flash
see
finds
Jack.
him. Izu able to put Munchkin down. That is going to be Resable. And Izu trying to go for a bit of a cheeky play. Does end up getting caught. Not reading the Texture was going to be in that position at bench. Now smoke down across onto mid. Excurate cutting his way back across into heaven.
Big Joel on site and Excurate has no idea. Oh man, it backfired so much. They had such a good round.
12 seconds though remaining as they start bringing the spike forward, but this plant can come through unhindered.
They still have the Hunter's Fury as well. This should be Gen.G's round, but Texture goes down. They don't have as much space as they originally planned.
They also just don't have the money, so they need as many players alive
Whoa.
as possibly can. The drop down, beating Lockyer to the punch.
Knife only hits 1.
As he will fall.
What do you do when the knife only hits 1 and the spikes down?
Quick drop down, an attempt at the flick. Saya player not able to come away with that elimination, but Carpe does find Charon. Meteor though.
Okay, no matter what, the damage is impressive.
With the op in hand, seeing what he can get done. Wants to try to hold this one a half. Gets off of that fragment. It's quite a bit of damage, but now he's right back on it.
They don't know that half is done.
He's going to be holding for it. Meteor gets there with less than a half second to spare.
I mean, out of all the rounds to lose, that's not too bad. We've got a double armor rebuy.
3 players.
I mean, the number of
Izu must be
individual
gutted
heroics that
here.
T1 was
Yeah,
trying
just
there,
as he
but
goes for the
it's
shots
not
in the
them just
side, the
sending it,
alarm
right?
bot
There's
gets
always this
shot,
backup
and then
plan.
it's like,
I mean, you see Saya go down, jump
then it's
down
just
for the flick,
it's just
things
pure
like that.
panic.
He's not trying to get the kill, he's
It
just
was
trying to
pure
make sure he
panic
confirms.
mode.
If he gets the kill, lucky, great. But if not, he's able to dash out. So that's what makes it so costly. But at the end of the day, Texture opening up the site single-handedly.
That's good though. The timing from his push, like they really have reads right now.
You still have the Hunter's Fury to match.
Okay, and because the alarm bot's been discovered, the Killjoy sub is way different. Turret spot mid, Killjoy. Oh, okay, we go for the comm.
Munchkin gone.
Yeah, we go for the comm. Recon over towards here. Jump to get a better angle. Send it down. KO flash on top.
No flashes. No 0 point. You're not denying that Killjoy util. And for some reason, Texture scratching his head. Where's that alarm bot? It's just sitting right at the entrance to the site. T1 understands that if you wanted to run fast, it would have just been
having
the
a
0
good
point that Killjoy
understanding
needs
there
to
as well.
avoid. So the
This
positioning
is
good. Oh, what in the world is
Saya
this?
just coming away with the headshot.
That is an absolute shot.
Now shifts his sights back over to main. But too much movement there. Able to find the kill. Lakia poking and prodding, but needing to back away. But now Meteor in a very committed position. The smoke there to maybe try to bail him out. But
And
still have 2 players hovering around this side of the map, so they may just end up trying to play this through into B or just backing away.
Look how aggro they are as well. Double aggro short.
I don't know if we've really seen Saya play this confidently. Maybe ever
They're
since he was
all,
on
they're all
the guard.
confident. Look at them.
I mean, sure, he's had highlights, but right now he just the movement.
Guys, they're not
makes it look
saving
like
though,
he
right?
can do no wrong whatsoever.
Look at this saving.
Fearless. Albeit the shots, you know, he's keeping them at bay. So it's
Well,
not like
does it really matter? Does it really matter
value.
at this point if they save here?
Absolutely.
Because this money's so
Even that from the
good.
shadows. I mean, this is T1 understanding.
All it does is just
that they
refresh
wanna
this
still
a
build
little
things as
bit.
hard as
And money
possible.
was
It's
out
not
of
about the
control
most
anyway.
ideal way to win, but it's understanding that we
And
can
the guns,
basically waste resources.
saving
to
the
stay
guns
ahead,
instead of
and
getting the
we'll still get
1-9
it
is
back
probably
faster.
definitely worth.
Going to be noted here, but I mean, you can see
Yeah, this save
nobody
goal,
really feeling
not too
confident
bad.
enough to try to peek out onto that one as the rush attempted to come through, but they run out of time.
But I feel like T1 will take that all day, man. Now they 100% have enough
Pretty sure
money
he just
for all of
pings it.
this.
He hears the knife and he just fires through the wall. We have to see it. Because, I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
what
a
is
texture,
this
you
Saya
have no
shot?
idea why you just died. It did not seem right.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I can already hear them scrambling. I can hear the keyboards clicking. The replays is not coming through.
Oh, no.
Oh, we've been robbed. It has to come at the end of the match. I don't know. Whatever it's
no.
We'll see it eventually. But for now, Carpe shifting position.
Omen
Over
ult,
pace
Omen
the
ult's
stairs.
gonna get shot. Does he let him
Damage
stick
cross
it?
there.
He
Texture
lets
taking down
him
Karen.
stick it.
Notice he tries to TP his way into boats.
I was gonna say, imagine he gets another, but he did 20
Falls
damage.
down to 20 health. Side player in the meantime still holding main, so it's just Texture in sight. Drone leading the charge, but shoulder will have been spotted. Still going for the peak.
Lunatic.
Goes for it again.
Respect,
Has
man.
the dash available. Munchkin's just out there in
Time
main.
to the ping
Take
on
it
this as
down.
well. Bro,
Lock it, able to take
T1
one back,
looks
but now it's
so
Texture
confident.
Down to 20 HP, which of course will have been calmed over to his players. The side player watches down that back ramp. Shot goes wide, can't find him quite.
And they
just
know he's
yet, but
20
it feels like
HP.
it's only a matter of time. It would be such a miraculous clutch for him.
I would have
He has been
loved
able to
Side
deliver
to
on
just
it
run
in
in
the
there,
past.
just right-clicking
The
his
first.
pistol, to be honest, or at least they
Cash
just
not dead.
relax
He's
and
not
hold
gonna get what he
angles for the
wants.
spike.
Cash gone. They
Anything
both
but
down
what he
back
did,
ramp
to
now.
be honest.
Creeping
That is
back
20
forward, ready to
HP.
double
Okay.
face, and there you go.
They
Izu
can pick up the op
not
as
gonna
well.
fall.
Well,
Weapons will be recovered. The op and the Odin carried
or death,
into
man.
this next
Just
round.
Just sleeping,
7-1.
unaware of what's
T1
going down.
Looking absolutely
Did they get out the
incredible so
double
far, this
Odin?
defenders have.
I mean, the reads are perfect. The timings, knowing how to work around their own util. And
Did the low HP comms
understanding
come in?
that
I
even
mean,
if
you
Texture
would
is served,
imagine
he's
so.
weakened, he's not going to be able to go for the trades.
Yeah, the
and you
fact
can
that
just
he
hold
had
them
a-
off. I mean, you're holding them at market.
fact that he
Texture's not
had-
able to come around for the flank. You still got people watching from defender spawn. The setups are
The
so
fact that
good.
he had the
and they
the
continue
op
to
out, maybe
change.
not, but
Not a single identical
wait, we
default
have
2
a
rounds in a row here
lineup
from
for a
T1.
lineup. No way. They double molly line up
Swarm
each other.
cleared
It's
the
so funny.
turret.
Do they both take back
That's
to the
gonna
turret,
force
or
GenG
do they
to have
both
util-
accept
have
that
to
the
use
turret's
util if they
gone?
want to keep a hold of B
What
main,
is this?
especially on an eco. You know, as T1, that you have the advantage right now.
Texture just holding a hard angle, and Meteor slow swinging in. Taken down his Texture now, wanting to try his luck. Says, well, I've got the Guardian, and he is able to put it to good use.
Oh my
One
god, that
more
was kind of
tap
close.
through Carpe. Oh, I was going to say he's lucky to avoid
Doesn't
the
matter
lineup,
about the
and
turrets
he just
anymore.
manages
They're
to
all
trade it
dead.
right back. That's the only tap once here as Karen desperately tries to open things up over at A main, give them some sort of approach. As Munchkin slipping the net a little bit. Carpe, though, seemingly wise. This is actually playing in B. Back not exposed here.
Yeah, and the thing is, you're always gonna go check
gonna very quickly
everywhere else
turn.
before B main.
This is rough. I mean, sure, you don't have the numbers to pinch onto it either for Gen.G, but still going to lose one more.
Well, now it's very much confirmed as Karen does fall. Lakia trying to creep up from behind.
Carpe's got a timing.
Oh, the gun coming through.
Oh my
Playing
God.
up close, tries to rush it down.
He tried to
swing
swing him.
Carpe
He
dead.
tried to pop and
Brings it now
swing him.
into a 2v3.
That's
for
so
Gen.G,
funny.
Munchkin
And then maybe
right
this
still
is
just holding
doable.
on to that Sheriff.
Okay,
Because of the post-play
Lakia
positions, this is still
has
one of the
recon.
best chances that Gen.G's had, as
but
ridiculous
he
as it
doesn't want to
sounds.
give his
That
way,
alarm
give
bot
away his
not gonna
position.
catch Lakia on
And this
the
guy's
lure.
purposely
It's actually
getting
gonna
hit
take
by the
longer
knife.
than it normally would because he
Reposition.
had to stop for a little bit off of that 0
Yeah,
point.
it's a good way when
So
he
they don't
when you want to
expect it.
delay.
Catches one.
Did he get
Now
enough
the
though?
2v2. Just a recon, but
Ooh.
just thinking about even just going back across into B main once again. Izu now here on the site. Shots flying, swings out.
Dude,
Munchkin
and
trying to
because
hold
the
it.
knife
Swings the boats,
hit,
he gets taken down. Now it's all on
they
Saya. Players
thought he
only got
was
40
B
HP,
main.
And he cannot get it done. Munchkin
Because the
will
knife
be able
it and he didn't shoot it, they thought it was B main, because why would you not just shoot it?
Gen.G will find their second
That's so
round
funny.
win.
That is huge, man.
Fashion. Gen.G, maybe they're coming back online.
Yeah, you know, it's always the thrifties that get him back in the game, keep him in the game. It's what got him all the way to the grand finals of Masters Madrid. And you can't count him out just yet. It doesn't look
was
great.
this
It
at its
doesn't look
peak?
clean.
2v4?
It's heroics for sure.
Or something?
But that's
2v3?
what this team is built off of.
There's
You've
at
got
least
5 members who
2v3.
can pull things like this off whenever they need it. It seems like he was actually asking Texture if he wanted the op, and that
Trades came in over towards B.
Well.
Either way, thrifty attempt doesn't matter too much if you go down to the spike. Obviously, the carryover weapon would be nice, but
right. 2v4, yeah.
Not too bad unless they lose this round as well. So they have not been able to bank up anything at all. Texture, right side bench. Saya holding. Swinging across, and oh my God! Oh, the adjustment is swift, and it is on point.
Okay, that's why he warms up for 3 hours,
what
man.
I'm watching right now. What in the world?
That's the 3-hour warm-up right there. What is that, bro?
They have been. Izu noted, just going to be TPing back over onto the site. Munchkin.
That was so fast.
Over in main. This is a very bold position for him to take. No one there to try to back him up, and Rossi thinking about swinging the angle. Does so. Takes it down, but oh, now. Util out in hand. Munchkin gone. Izu catches him right.
That was like he was peeking out at the angle, expecting it.
Ping's coming in. A smoke sent over towards B to try to fake that presence a little bit. Matching smoke now expended by Izu.
So Izu's just holding the off angle. Obviously, main is held by Saya, but at the end of the day, this site
between them, they should be getting 1, 2.
Izu's meant to just get one on a cheeky kill.
God. Well, push up into the corner.
Flashing to send it.
Lockett able to find Izu. Saya player still holding forward, looking for a little bit more. Sees that gun barrel, wants him to peek out, and he does.
Man, they just chill with this one.
Now they have to make their exit. Karen all on his lonesome in a
1v3. Go one smoke.
Clears the way for him a bit, but it just doesn't really have time to try to go for any extravagant, any big setup here. Just a smoke down, a fake on the shadow step.
He knows he can't stay down here, so he's trying to go for the early peek, but they just don't drop soon enough.
Drop down finds one, but Saya
what an absolute round
3 for him in
from
the
Saya.
round. As Gen.G will be denied their 3rd round victory. 8-2 now.
That op shot of middle is
T1 maintaining a dominant lead.
Something else.
Like you said, they haven't been able to string 2 rounds, so the Creds not banking up.
Whoa.
Still no full buys across the board here for Gen.G in the coming round.
There's not many people in the world that can hit that so fast.
Some of these adjustments from Saya heating up, and that's going to force the second time out here from Gen.G in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, they got to. They keep winning a round and then losing the next.
Really feel the need for this in a long time, and you imagine, and I think this probably goes for a lot of us that predicted Gen.G, that you imagined that they still had more left in the tank, right? That they were trying to get through with the basics as long as possible. Obviously, they didn't have much time to readjust after Masters Madrid, so they're sticking with their fundamentals. They're still cooking, but they don't feel confident enough to have to bring it out just yet. And surely they've got a bit more. And you look at the draft, and I'm thinking Gen.G probably felt that they got away with just enough where they should be able to have the edge. But not with Ascent going this way.
This entire map. I do think the I want to say the 3 rounds where the Killjoys over towards A maybe messed up a lot of their original game plan.
I was going to say that before it started. I mean, when you have 2 teams,
and then there's been like shots a little bit missed
like this,
as
those
well.
pistol rounds are so crucial, right? The potential 4 rounds advantage that you can
I don't know. T1 are playing very good.
Breaks the game.
But yeah, Gen.G. I mean, Gen.G. do feel a little bit off.
Back here, the kills.
I do think the Killjoy stuff at the beginning here, like the kill trips being over towards here, and the fact they felt like they couldn't actually go to A site.
Deterring Gen.G at every twist and turn, but Rossi out there, 13.
Okay, now they're going back into the A site, and this time there is no Killjoy stuff.
For the side of Gen.G.
So let's see.
Everything right now for them looking very disjointed. As they scratch their heads and try to figure out how to work their way around this defensive setup from T1.
But this is, I mean, these 2 people can work A main a lot.
With the KO and Omen being tagged, even if there's no Jet, even if there's no Silva, you
because the knife hit, Izu did this smoke.
Well, now there's no ambiguity. There's the entry. One tap from Rossi on the Karen to shut him down.
Right, so dead on sight. There's no way he's not. There's no way he gets a kill. He got tagged up, bro, from the recon.
They keep things even up at 3-3. Fragment up the top side player, knowing
I can't believe both of them managed to get 1, to be honest. Like, Rossi's shot was lovely.
And he basically has to open things up again for his teammates.
Oh my goodness.
Push his way up. Drop down. It's going to be a very close angle, and he swings it right in. Saya player.
There was no way he went to shoot that guy.
Puts him down. Spike does work
There
his
is
way
no
forward
way
onto
anyone's
site.
reaction is that
Planted
fast.
here. The door nearly broken. Meteor getting himself aligned here alongside the switch. Lockdown from Excurate available and invested. Now Munchkin's gonna have to figure out how the hell he gets out of here.
Yeah, they actually wait all the way to the end to make sure that they're stuck.
Oh my god, he
And
went
Munchkin
for
said, yeah, I mean, this is perfectly timed, and no,
what
not like this.
the hell is going on?
Me.
Wow.
Oh
The stare
man.
down. And then finally the
They
mercy
are
shot delivered.
so out of it.
A monstrous mistake from Meteor.
Last round in the half.
And even
Dude,
if he
give me
doesn't
this text.
have that happen,
Give me
does
this.
he clutch the round?
Give me this
Unlike-
Saya shot.
Very unlikely. Would have been a miracle.
Holy,
but the
they
fact that
are
we're seeing
mentally
mistakes
out
like
of
that
this.
occur tells you
This was so
all the
impressive.
more
How the hell does
about
this guy
how
get that
Gen.G
kill?
are feeling right now in
And
this
what is
game.
this? Oh my
He's not even going for the
goodness.
shot.
That
There's
is
texture on
very
that one. That
unlucky.
is, I mean, they tried to swarm it. Excurate's been really enjoying the matches here in playoffs.
We've had
Well,
a cam twice
this is
now.
how
He's been
he's singing,
both
man.
times.
Karaoke. And
This doesn't bode well for Gen.G when your opponents are that lax. As if he's streaming
dude,
rage
it's
right now.
not doesn't bode well when you're running into Killjoy ults.
Now, cover going out. Gen.G
And then
looking for
the guy over
9-3,
towards
looking
here
to
isn't even
believe in
trying to go
curses.
safe. We're just trying to duel door.
Well, 9-3 run back
Get a
yesterday,
1-for-1
but
max.
Right now, given the scenes we're witnessing, feels all the more unlikely. There's the entry though, and Texture able to start things off nicely. Does find the kill, Saya player, considering pushing up past the smoke, and he does. Has the dash at the ready. Gen.G seemingly cognizant of this, are just going to be waiting. Now that Jet stranded in position.
Oh, they even check for it.
Oh,
That's 0 point from Rossi, so that will note Texture here in Wine. Oh, and that hand now spotted. Nobody else getting ready to counter swing on the angle. Lakia starting to creep forward though. The drone will help force them back. Texture keeps his life for now. Up over the top, able to find one. Looks for that third kill. Can't quite find, but Saya player goes down. Lakia sniping in with the Hunter's Fury. Carpe is holding across, somehow drags it, gets the headshot on the Munchkin. That's
surely there
nasty,
isn't a
but still,
2v4. Goes to
Gen.G
bottom of stairs to get the angle for the
finally
ult.
in an advantageous position as the spike gets ready to be planted. Tap onto it. It's baiting out this Hunter's Fury here from Carpe. They get rid of the util, but Texture unable to find the shot, and Excurate suddenly looks to try to keep them in this
Oh my
one.
goodness. Dude,
amount of damage
if
across,
he
but
managed to
cannot
actually get
confirm
that
the
kill and it was a 1v2, it's so
Yes, it's all
okay.
on. Never
So
mind.
doable. Bro,
It's all
3.
on Carpe, but Meteor makes his
I mean, I
presence
guess
felt
on
there at
paper
the very
3
end.
is like
So 9-3
okay
on
on
the half.
attack, but
Gen.G
Jesus,
unable
man.
to string together any
That
rounds
was crazy
consecutively,
dominant.
and now need to have absolute perfection as they get ready to go on to the
I
defending
think Sen
side.
and Gen.G
Yeah,
are going
the
for the
adjustment
same
of that last
burnout.
round
I think
was some of the
Sen,
best, right?
I think
If you're
Sen's
gonna
is a
try to
little bit
deathball,
different
you
because
gotta
they were
find
kind of
these
going a lot
offbeats.
earlier.
And
But
they're
I
able to
think
do it with the
they're definitely
Blade
not at the level they
Really
were
pushed T1
near
just
Madrid.
a bit quicker. Realize
You wouldn't
that
have seen some of
T1
these mistakes
has been
of
holding things a
like
little bit
pre-Madrid
closer
or at Madrid.
based off of their util. But the adjustment's a little late. Quite frankly, given how all those rounds looked, I would say Gen.G's lucky to have 3 on the board. It almost feels like it should have been an absolute 10-2.
I think that's
if
pretty
not
fair
worse.
as well. It does feel like Gen.G
Now
are
you
kind of
switch
lucky to have
sides.
some here.
It all starts back. You got to reset for the pistol round. See if Gen.G's brought out something new that T1 could not have possibly anteed for.
Did I predict? I
Plenty of
predicted
fans here
Gen.G,
from
but
both camps, Gen.G
kinda
that
worried
fandom
for it.
right now, needing to be the
I was
loudest
even
in the
talking about
audience.
what
They wanna
maps
try to
can
spur these
T1 win
players
when I was looking at the
onto
maps.
a map victory, because I mean, reminder, this is their map.
Now they
pick
look
of
like they're
Ascent.
about to take the map
And
that I
yeah,
didn't think they
we saw it
were.
even just yesterday.
The map
you
that
know,
well, they
in
had
the PRX
least
Talent
chance of
Series,
winning.
Sometimes you do just over-prepare for your opponent's map pick because
Yes.
you have a decent idea of where they're going to go. You end up dropping your own map, but then you beat your opponent on theirs. That's usually closer when things like that do happen.
See what the adjustments can be here for Gen.G. So not sticking with anything like the mid push out with 3. Just stick for a heavy short presence over by A. But B left open a little bit. You're relying on that 1 nano swarm. The Killjoy
Okay,
mid
so
won't be 0
T1
pointed.
decide to go for a
So
straight up
that's the good
fast
news,
B,
that
and
your util
honestly
will
the
still be
setup's
available
pretty
on both
good for
sides. I
them.
like the setup from Gen.G, but will T1 respect it is the big question, even on the pistol. They do have 2 members,
free
both
sight.
with dashes that can get over that with half armor.
Knife hit what? 4? Oh boy.
0 point noting just about everybody theirs. Oh, straight shots, but the reveal.
Okay.
Ping catching him. Side player going to be taken down as Meteor does find an opening frag.
That one didn't go great.
Now everybody shifting.
Knife
from
in the
T1
corner,
across mid.
straight away.
A decent little amount. Now
huge.
spotting even more of it. As Heron is the first to arrive. Paranoia to try to slow them up. Spring out of the smoke, but nothing really going to be found there.
Not ready yet.
It rotates quick.
They're basically being matched here. Now they're starting to turn back over towards Tree. Couple kills going to be found as Munchkin cleans up 2. Texture getting a piece. Rossi will be the last one to arrive. Swings up into habit. Is able to find one with that frenzy.
All right, well, that was absolutely huge. I mean, literally this whole knife changed the round, right? Knife goes, yeah, see, they're even talking about
both teams on their defense.
They're just like, why are they starting?
I hear that music.
Why are they starting the KO over towards B is what they're saying, maybe.
Still wants to celebrate it. You'll have to see that energy.
The admins just told him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, me?
See if that breathes a little extra life into him, because
Dude, I love this
Gen.G
guy, man.
fans knows
He's
that
funny.
he needs it right now.
I believe he was 9 shy, so now is at 1,001.
Yeah, there you go. See if he can try to overtake some of his teammates throughout this match.
Texture working his way out. Doesn't manage to find side player. Doesn't have that staple Marshall in his own hands. Taken down by it. Zlakia thinking about the swing and a little bit faster.
Yeah, he was on top. He was on top of the fact that someone might have gone into this angle though.
Peak, but Zlakia gets out in front. So headshot cannot
Okay,
be
I mean,
found.
next
Not
2
gonna
rounds
spot
after
the
this is
rotating
really going
members,
to be
though.
big.
But he can safely grab this orb and then just back away and allow for this KJ util to basically play contact for him.
Gun here.
So Meteor 2 rounds in a row, sticking by mid, making sure that he can leave util on both sides of the map. That's going to make things a little bit harder to read for T1. And the whole decisive calling may be a little bit detrimental, because there's always going to be util available to delay.
Okay, well, Lakia
Spike down.
able to take one down with him, so Carpe gone. Weapon potentially recoverable, but as I say that,
Okay,
Meteor
that's great
to swing
though.
out from alley to clean up the rest.
That
so,
is,
Gen.G,
that's never
back-to-back
happening,
rounds here
right?
for the first time.
Oh, okay, it did
the
happen.
second half,
Respect.
as they swiftly deal with that anti-eco, but now they have to try to convert this bonus.
Yeah, this will be very
Ooh,
necessary
boy.
for Gen.G. I mean,
I
thankfully,
like this though. We get the
they're able
off
to close
out.
the gap up to 4. They're going to be able to hold down to that defense. But obviously, if you falter here, the Odins and Operators will be delayed. And you don't want that on Ascent. 2 crucial power weapons. See, the smile is returning. The joke's returning here for Gen.G.
And an operator in the hands of Texture.
Okay, they'll just buy up to it.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh.
Whoa.
Oh,
He can
and
only
it's
click
gone.
heads. That's why.
Yeah.
You know? The recon bolt's not
Oh
so
my
much.
goodness.
Starts too narrow.
He's not a great one. Not had a great one yet.
Just a standard clear here with the double
Push
peek.
with
I mean, especially with
the-
the Bulldog peek
I
out
mean,
this early, you surely
is-
suspect
yeah.
the operator.
Oh,
and
and
you
What?
he does indeed. Picked up though, Lockheed
What?
gonna just make sure that that can't go into the enemy hands. Munchkin
Whoa.
tries to intercept, ends up falling down.
Bro, this is
Not
an
realizing they were just
impressive
gonna be
rounds,
pushing
man.
forward into the site.
And it's
Meteor
not even
considering trying to
anything
get
strap
underneath
based.
the
It's
door.
just
Easy
straight
does a
up
little bit of spray.
shots.
Just
I
go ahead
mean
and
that.
check for
Oh.
that. Meteor will put that Guardian to good use. All bang shots to go ahead and clear one out, but given that they have this operator that they want to carry over, not sure if they're realistically going to be able to try to play for this one, especially now that Excurate is getting ready to have to jump on Meteor, and he does. Easy kills found, and Lakia, it's an easy decision.
Yeah,
They'll just have
and
to back away
the
and try
thing
to hold
is,
on to this.
Yeah,
does
curious
Excret
to
know
see
that
if maybe
he
they'll send one
one
member
popped
from
an op?
T1
You would
to go on the
imagine
hunt
he
just because of the
does.
value of the operator, but obviously T1
And
they'd be
then
happy
you
to
might
make
be
sure that
tempted
the
to
snowball
hunt.
just
You
gets
probably
bigger and bigger for
shouldn't, but at the
themselves.
same time, I
So
would
Exterior
be
gonna clear
at least
close,
probably.
but it
I
doesn't
would
look
probably
like they're
send
gonna go
2
on a
on that.
map-wide hunt. Wisely so. Operator will stay alive. Exterior's gonna keep inching forward though. Lakia does have to understand that there is this possibility.
Oh, for sure. It's way more damage dealt just considering the lead that T1 have of themselves as they hit double digits now.
Right, and they do kind of hunt
they
a little
do
bit, but it's not like
lose an extra
they're not
player, lose an extra
overextending. They're not
rifle.
giving it a kill.
Being able to deny the operator away would have been an immense amount of value given the little kickback here on the Gen.G, but Lockett will be able to go ahead and hold on to that one. It's just a very great headshot coming through from Excurate.
Yeah, I mean the
This fully
pre-aim and
anticipates that
the
aggression.
sidestep came in at the
He
right
anticipates
moment.
the weapon of choice. And he is able to deliver. So now, doubling the score line.
Here.
T1 is a few rounds away from taking down Gen.G. One step closer to knocking them into that lower bracket. This time, if the golf clap as Munchkin is able to clear out the dart.
And that'll allow them to hold a little bit safer, but you didn't contest for main control, right? And that's the entire purpose of that recon bolt, is that A main now fully in control of T1. So that's already a little bit extra space.
Problem for Gen.G is they kind of didn't get enough
the only one that
kills
you haven't really shaken up just yet.
that round.
Texture popping the dash, ready to swing, and is able to come away with a kill.
I thought he might go down.
Readjusts for Saya player. Either way, huge value going to be found as Recon will get the ping there onto Extra and Meteor wants to capitalize, and he does.
Yeah, this is nice. So there's some big shots here.
Headshots finds that. Munchkin spots Rossi.
Still gonna have to go against the buy next round.
Flash out over the top. Rossi now having to just tuck away behind the stairs for a brief little moment.
Yeah, the timing so far have been very good for Gen.G. I love the push out with the recon on B right after you get the kill because you didn't spit all 5, and now the paranoia and counter.
They did get the spot onto 1, but Munchkin swinging back out from switch.
Yeah, I mean the Omen flashback was just so strong.
Keep him
Shout
alive.
out to Munchkin from going through door here. Everything was very nice.
Around here from Gen.G.
This is the most perfect round though to have for the comeback.
Carpe not going to be able to do too much.
Yeah, just going for the save at this point.
N6.
Obviously, not everyone on the side
T1
of
would
T1
would be kicking themselves if they somehow lost this.
But on the other side
This would
as
be
well,
a big mental boom if they lost this
one. The chances are so slim. You're not exactly trying to press to make sure you take away
That's
only
a
a
solid
couple
start
weapons
for
unless you take away
Gen.G.
the operator. The value's not really going to be there. The extra ult orbs, that might be the catalyst that allows Gen.G to catch back up. So I like the patience. Okay. You know, get it out of the system when it's this part of the round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of
to whiff.
Exactly.
been a lot of
But it wasn't like he whiffed a lineup or anything. You're just trying to go for a jump peek. So we'll excuse him on that one. Wow. Both duelists in this game. With the operators, the flicks have been absolutely gorgeous. And that's the thing. So the peek out for Munchkin that round and the previous round as well with the Guardian. The previous round, T1 was very well prepared for something like that. They know that Munchkin, that's how he'll create those openings when Gen.G is down on numbers or when they're holding on the default.
Okay, T1 decide to go fast. Flash before the smoke.
Punish this
and knife again.
Chance a blind timing spray there from Munchkin. Presses 2. Hasn't spotted out some of the rest of this, but
because it hit 2.
Should be suspicious about that presence there at Wine. Fragment going to come down. Smokes are flying. Drone up over the top. Karen going to be noted. He is just in such a poor position. Swing out from
yeah, the Summon Flash is huge, and they left him, and the Recon doesn't get anything.
In towards heaven. Tries to find any connection. Oh, Texture.
Bro, we got a kill and then a tag. Munchkin super low though. This is that free for all, man. This round is open.
Bounce it up behind the box. Meteor still going to be flushed outside. Player able to find that headshot.
Saya so low, just trying to make sure that he's not in a position that
and they wait 10 seconds for the recon.
Both he and Rossi avoiding this spray, but quite a bit.
What a show, man.
Eventually able to hound him down. Does find that headshot. A 3v3, but time ticking, dwindling here from Gen.G. Locking it out, picked off, swing around the side of Gen, and Rossi get it with a headshot.
Dude, T1 are hitting shots though.
Has 7 HP. He's gonna have to
that's
hide
impressive.
The
I mean, they get 2 people hit by the.
I mean, everyone on
by the
T1,
knife, and then as soon as the util's back and they can smoke, they're just sending it. It looked like Gen.G knew because they dumped the util pretty early, but I mean, this was just nice. The Omen flash dash. But there's just nothing to stop Saya here.
But again,
bro, it feels like Saya's 8 kills have been crazy impactful. He's bottom fragging, but I feel like every kill has been responsible for a big round.
Wait for the second ping on the fragment. As soon as that pulse goes out, they swarm, knowing that no one can be holding close because of their own fragment. And Gen.G's tendencies are absolutely getting picked apart, especially Munchkin's
they can
right
finish
now
it
here on the defensive side.
Did Gen.G always do their smoke from so far back that the KO flash hits it? I swear this is the normal KO flash that would hit the smoke.
0 point though. Spot him out. Answering 0 point from Rossi. Not going to be catching anything.
You can.
So
if you do your Omen smoke from here,
right now,
the flash will land inside the smoke. If you do it from like back here, travel distance is too long that it
this might be
pops too
Gen.G
late.
just defaulting into old habits right now.
Ping's coming down. They expect a player in this position. Turn for the flash.
Oh.
Munchkin able to find two, cannot get the third. Rossi does put him down, but the man advantage is there for the side
Okay,
of GenG.
do they
but now
overreact
taken
at
away.
middle? Oh
Saya
boy, they're gonna
is
lose this
strong
round.
here on the
Wait.
texture. Lakia.
Whoa! Extra.
Asleep at the wheel a
Is he
little
okay?
bit. Not
The minimap
prepared. Ends up
watching.
falling with Saya.
IGL.
Keeps him in.
IGL
Finds
debuff.
himself a second elimination. There's Fury now coming through. The swing out of the smoke. Karon trying to find it. Lakia will be able to take down Rossi and suddenly.
I mean,
it's
it's
a
Saya
1v1.
player. He hasn't
30 seconds.
hasn't
Talented.
missed.
Getting his way all the way across.
Oh, I
through
like
into
this though.
Gelato.
I like the A main
Does
from
he cut the
Lakia.
footsteps?
Does
Be
he?
soon, but
Oh, he
look at
heard him.
Saya having the read, knowing, expecting, and delivering.
Insane round from
4K
Saya. Chat,
player
this
gets
third
T1
kill
up to map
looks
point.
nuts.
Just an absolute
I don't know
trademark Saya player
I don't know what it's
round.
gonna
All
look
with the
like, but
operator
at least on the minimap
attacking
it looked pretty
side.
nuts.
Gets the absolute necessary kills at the right time to keep them alive.
1, 2.
I mean, all these off angles, he's just out in the opens for some of these.
Pretty
You don't
nuts.
expect that with the
Thing
operator.
is, we've seen the
Even
kill
the
over
read on
towards
the
middle.
wraparound.
Nothing's gonna
Just a kill
even
happened
look
in
close
mid.
to that.
You're not hearing door being broken. You're not hearing footsteps up in heaven. It's a good timer. Right in
Okay,
his
6
heart. And now
chances.
GenG 1 round away from losing their map.
Consistent, yeah.
Knives
It's
pulled from texture.
Really impressive right now. He's
Scraped to get
rarely
by here
missing.
for the side of GenG.
So the push out on A main this time. Trying to hold a little bit more aggressive control. That way they can rest easy. Just waiting for a flood retake on to be. This is where GenG thrives the most.
Wolf with the prime.
The
Thank you so
weaponry
much, man.
doesn't
Appreciate
look
the 4
great.
months.
They'll even actually just fill the site early
Thanks
on.
for that, bro.
Not going. They don't want to get counter read by T1.
Rossi? Yeah, Rossi,
flood
dude.
reach.
Rossi is heavy fragging.
Thinking about it, goes for the jump.
Look at
It.
it.
Saya able to snipe him out of
Of course
the
it's
sky. So
him.
go ahead and equalize that. A 1-for-1 exchange so far. Double stack though here on the entryway is Paranoia.
The
cracks across
main
medium output
person
by
who
this.
clears these
Now Lakia.
angles is a
Your point
Sova, and
does
the
not
Sova's
scout.
dead. This crossfire should be
TP to
super
check,
strong.
TP down into the
Can't
side
believe
of
they
Flash.
changed the
Fighting
crossfire.
Meteor, but no one checking the right-hand side. Meteor able to gun down 2. Off
Holy.
shot, point blank. Saya comes up with the goods there. Guardian spray cannot be steadied. As
Why did they
Karon does
get-
fall.
Did they get out of
It's
the
all on
crossfire?
Munchkin still
They killed the best
working his way
agent for
across,
it.
Arriving now into market.
One enemy
It's a
remaining.
jump. Saya dead. Null command now
30
used.
seconds
Izu. See if he can try to clutch this one out. Keep them in the. Munchkin tries to keep them in this series.
Spike planted.
Plan through. Izu ooh, now spotted. Has to be wary. That Guardian.
Instant
wall bang through
reposition
Roach,
is
but
strong.
He's gonna reposition the 0 point, however, not catching him. Tells Munchkin all that he needs to know. Sends a flash. Knows that he's here on the side.
Respect
The
to Munchkin,
headshot
man.
will come
The
in.
knife over towards
Kill
here,
found,
not
up,
hitting, kind of
recovered.
made him think that he might be
GenG,
close.
hold
The
on by a
flash,
thread.
either way,
Oh,
hit the
man,
door
Munchkin, he's always
and
still
hit
good for the
close
clutch.
sight.
I mean, even accounting for the
Played
possibility
that
of
really
that
well.
reposition. That's a hard one to read. Obviously, you know, when we're watching it, sure, you think, yeah, of course he could have left, but you're so concerned about the 50-50 between the 2 doors at Boathouse. Now, that's a hard one to think about, but the pop flash is there. And this, a crucial mistake from T1. They've been so good about checking their corners all the way up to this round. But when they could have closed it out, it bites them right back.
Not done yet here, our GenG.
Okay, 6 chances into
If
5
T1 loses this,
chances,
they're econ.
and
I mean, it's already not perfect, but it's going to get broken if they don't win here. We could very well be looking at an overtime.
Flash
Whoa,
TP forward.
that's an
Izu
early
taking a
call.
hell of a lot of space.
Respected,
Karon
though.
just getting
Judge
a
out.
push against the wall, the judge in hand. This is not something that GenG have been showing. So T1, do they have any expectation, any read for this? As he's waiting to swing, and there it is. They all line up. Judge collat, not something that you always see, but there it is. Rossi noted.
oh man,
Gonna
this
eat a
gun.
smattering of damage on the exit. But
It's so
already
so
such a
strong.
huge start to this round here for GenG. It's just Rossi and Excurate left alive.
Dude, he uses the pig judge
Because
as
of the
well.
economy.
Respect, man.
They might just
Yeah.
have to try to hold on to these weapons.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, sure, yeah, you'll get an ult or 2 online if you go for it, but you have to consider you have a lot of rounds up. So there's 2 ways to think about this, right? Just get the ults up, forget the next round, and move on.
One enemy remaining.
1-2.
Oh, this was a
Swift
convincing
as ever,
round.
Munchkin.
I mean, maybe he's right with the
Delivering
overtime.
flawless round here from GenG.
Is
So
eco
this
coming
is
in?
very, very big for GenG. Again, going for it just because you have the round
This is the
advantages,
thing,
maybe
though.
you just make sure
There's
that
gonna
the
be
ults are
one
gonna be there
round in
whenever you
here
want.
that is so
Puts a
super
little bit of
stacked with
extra pressure
ults.
and the possibility of getting that thrifty on the
They
next
should
round.
never be.
So I don't think you blame them, but the save wouldn't have been bad either.
Nice,
The
nice
conditioning
tapping
was
tech
there.
as well.
Absolutely.
Looks like Gen.G starting to get heated up a little bit. T1 though, still at such an advantage. Multiple attempts, multiple chances to stop this, but Isaiah swings out of top mid. He will get taken down.
Of all the rounds to go
snagged with
down,
the shot,
I think the
finds that
eco
opening
like this
elimination.
is
Munchkin considering
fine.
going for a spray over the top, but as he
Wait,
continues to
hold
swing
up.
out, Rossi strikes
Hold
him
up.
down. Karen now trying to hold the line, trying to backpedal, but Rossi just a little bit faster. Top shot from Texture peels back some of the pressure as the flank is coming through.
Oh,
and
it's
then
so
Carpe
on, bro.
play off that 50-50.
Munchkin.
Found the front
Okay,
meteor, the reveal
okay,
in
we're
now.
good.
Execute cut off away from the
Ooh.
spike, and even though he's all
Dude,
on
you'll
his
take
lonesome,
that though.
that will be the lockdown and
Free
Fest is just shoving
killjoy
him
ult.
away from this spike and making this
The
round
eco?
damn near impossible for him. We'll see what Execute tries to get done here. What kind of magic he can potentially work, because for now, he has an operator in his hands.
Yeah, the op, and then the
Bro,
lockdown
he was well
as well.
tempted to use his ult.
So he's going to try to
He
twiddle
was
the
so
numbers.
tempted to use his
But
ult.
Gen.G's very well aware of this. They know the
I
spike
was
is still
nervous
down,
for it.
that he has to recover it. They've got the turret to wash main.
See,
The only
I'm
place
gonna
he
say
could be
this
coming
guy
from
hasn't played the
is
game
heaven
enough
with the door
to,
closed.
like, long enough to know that this guy should be up here. This was like the most common pause.
Just around the
This
corner.
was like the
He's not
most
ready for
common pause in
lock, yeah, up on top of
2021.
the generator.
Maybe a 2021 player's checking that.
Close but
But
no
I
cigar
don't-
there.
I don't
14-1.
think
Gen.G continue the run back,
he's
but
gonna
they
be
still
checking
need
that.
3 more to force this into overtime. And look at the ults stacked up now.
I rarely see this get played
Yeah,
now and
Execute's
after
going to be
plant.
very thankful that Meteor pulled out his own lockdown first. That way he didn't really
And they
commit
didn't
his.
want
He was able
the
to
op,
carry it
I
over,
think.
now chain it in for a near guarantee round. Charon, I mean, we're seeing some of the same things that we saw when he first debuted. You know, trying to just delay, trying to be maybe a bit too much of a team player. Maybe his teammates, calling for the op, maybe his teammates and the coaches have to remind him to maybe shoot his gun a bit more. That worked during kickoff. See if it brings the same magic here.
Right, but they did get the killjoy out, and that is a big win, and they now got all the ults. Okay, this is the round T1 goes in for. Yeah, they got KO ult.
He ends up falling down. Shots flying.
Karen's gotta get one. That should be it.
This is where it all comes to an end. It certainly is seeming like it as Izu
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice way of doing it. Just all 3 big ults in 1 round. Well, I say 3. Killjoy went down.
The op in hand would be a monstrous clutch, but it seems nigh impossible. TP now used. There's the first shot though. Finds one, picks up the Vandal. Spray across, just a hair off of finding Rossi. Knows that there's one over at main. Decent idea about the positioning here of the others, but this is so many angles to try to isolate and pick off. Box one, there's the counter swing
Huge,
out.
man.
Izu
I mean,
with
it is
the
a nice
4K
round
will
at the
put
end
him
from
down.
Izu.
Gen.G,
Dude,
get close, but not
he
nearly
played so
close
well.
enough. 13-9. T1
I'm
will
telling you,
take
the
away
first
Gen.G's
3
map,
rounds,
pick up Ascent.
Gen.G
Very,
looked
very
shook
well
from
prepped
it.
and polished
Once the
T1.
killjoy was over
I mean,
towards A
very
with the
few
setups,
mistakes
they
as a
looked
team,
shook.
sure. You know,
They
you
wanted
lose
to
a couple
rush over
duels,
towards
but the
A
razor break,
early, and
the
they
prep
couldn't
was
get into
perfect.
A.